What's going on, guys? Welcome back. We got another Detroit Tigers franchise video here, and in this one we're in the 2019 season. So we've played 2 seasons already with our Tigers. We've rebuilt them, so to speak. Not the normal rebuild that you'd find on YouTube, but we did it. So we traded away Cabrera, Kinsler, JD, JV, Upton, Zimmerman. So they all went bye-bye. And we acquired some young prospects. We acquired some role player type of guys like Michael Taylor, Rando Grichuk, who actually just got traded from the Cardinals to the Blue Jays this offseason. And I think we were pretty successful, I think, right? We only just won the World Series in year number 2 of the rebuild. So what my plan is, because MLB The Show 18 is coming out here in the next couple months, is we're going to run through the 2019 season fairly quickly. So I will be showing you guys regular game updates, regular content for these videos, for this series. But then the kicker is that we're going to have more simulation. We're going to have less games and a little bit more simulation just to kind of get through this season quickly. And then once the 2019 season ends, what I want to do in prep for MLB The Show 18 is just go ahead and simulate the 2020 season, the 2021, maybe 2022, and show you guys exactly what has happened, what's transpired with the Tigers going forward. So like you guys want to know how Pablo Sanchez did. You guys want to know how Marco Guzman played, our starting pitcher. Felipe Gutierrez, that second baseman, how did he pan out? So a lot of the prospects that you guys have come to know and love. So we'll just see how that runs. But let's start the 2019 season, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and simulate this game here. So 7-6 loss, so not too bad, but our pitching staff gave up a ton of runs. Looks like Jose Iglesias is a Baltimore Oriole. Colby Rasmus looks like he hit a home run. I think Trumbo might have hit a home run. He went 1 for 3 with a RBI there. So let's see what happened. Yep, Trumbo and Rasmus, home runs each. Maben with a stolen base. So the Orioles don't look too bad. That roster didn't look too terrible. JD went 1 for 3. Valbuena 2 for 2 with 2 runs and 2 RBIs. So maybe he hit 2 home runs. Did he hit 2 bombs? Nope, just 1. A lot of doubles. Rutledge had 2. Bregman had 1. Nunez with an error. Harper Ham had a stolen base, our backup catcher. Let's see. A lot of holds. Michael Givens, Darren O'Day, Verrett, Rivero, Gomez, Tepish, Cashner got the win, Bundy. So Baltimore actually in this 2019 season really hit hard their starting pitching and bullpen for sure. Matt Moore pitched an inning, but he's going to start in the next game. And then Tyler Chatwood blew the save. And then Vernon Geary, 3 earned, 5 runs given up, 6 hits. Not good. And then Trailer, he was the guy that we picked up in the Rule 5. 1 inning and 3 hits with 1 strikeout. So not too good. But we'll look to take care of business here in this spring training game. I do want to get some of the backups in because you guys have already seen the normal starters. So let's go ahead and get this thing underway. Let's go with Matt Moore to start. And then I'll show you guys the lineup that I want to get out there. Let's give Alex Linder a start. I want to see him. Let's go with Pablo Sanchez. I want to give him a start as well. I'd like to see Gavin Cecchini at short. I want to get all the backups in. Ooh, Felipe Gutierrez. Let's get him. We have a DH slot in this. Yes, we do. Let's get Felipe Gutierrez into DH. Let's keep Puig in I think this should be good, but let's change the order up a little bit. So Cicchini to lead off. It's not a really good idea. Let's get some speed at the top. Who's our fastest guy? Michael Taylor. Michael Taylor at leadoff might not be a good idea. Bregman can lead off. He'd be fine. Get Bregman to lead off. Gutierrez batting second. We'll go with Linder 7. McCann at 8. Gavin Cicchini at 9. Taylor at 6. Grichuk in the cleanup. That's a pretty solid lineup for spring training. So I think that's a pretty solid lineup, guys, for spring training. So I'll see you in the highlights, and just enjoy the spring training. And after this episode, I guess I'll see you guys hopefully in the regular season. So we'll see who made the cut. All right, let's get to the highlights.
It's time for baseball here on The Show. Today it's Grapefruit League action between the American League's Houston Astros and the Detroit Tigers.
All right, guys, let's get this spring training game number 2 underway. And in this one, we've got Matt Moore taking the mound against Julio Teheran for the Houston Astros. So if you guys remember, I think it was the off season or last summer, so last year, Julio Teheran was traded from the Atlanta Braves to the Houston Astros. They were trying to make a playoff push, but didn't work. Didn't advance. Didn't do nothing. So they also have acquired Rougned Odor. So they've got a pretty potent lineup here. So it'll be good to see how Matt Moore does in this early spring training game for his 2019 season, because I want him to step it up. We were talking about trading him this offseason for a couple younger pitchers, namely Aaron Sanchez for the Toronto Blue Jays, but Michael Taylor, got to get under that, man. It's spring training for him too, I would take it. But here is the Tigers lineup that we're going out here with, if you guys skipped that part before we entered into this game. So we got Pablo Sanchez playing first base, so Valbuena gets the day off. Alex Linder is taking over at second base for this game. And then we've also got Felipe Gutierrez playing designated hitter, because he's still not quite there with the fielding. But quick glimpse of the lineup. You guys already know what it's looking like. So long fly ball out there to center field, and this play is going to be made by Jake Marisnick. So Bregman leading off with some power, a little bit of pop right there. Let's take a look at Felipe Gutierrez, one of our first looks, and he's going to send a single to right field. I like Felipe Gutierrez, guys, and you know, as a Tigers fan, and I'm sure a lot of you guys out there are who are watching these, he kind of reminds me a little bit of Placido Polanco. Obviously, Polanco won a couple Gold Gloves with the Tigers for his never making errors, and that's something that Gutierrez has to work on before he becomes our second baseman of the future. But his hitting is like spot on. 84 contact, I think 70-something contact from lefties or righties. Got to look at the stats again, but he's a very, very good hitter, and so we like him. Great play out there in center field by Michael Taylor. Rougned Odor, man, he put a charge into this pitch by Matt Moore. Just got that breaking ball right down the middle, and he sent it deep. But Michael Taylor, being the great center fielder that he is, makes a great play out there to limit the damage to nothing. No base runners. Justin Upton, the former Tiger, going to strike out here on Matt Moore's changeup / slider pitch. I'd have to go back and look at it again, but good stuff. I believe it was the changeup. Pablo Sanchez, first look at this guy. We drafted him last season, so he's 18 years old, making his kind of major league debut. A lot of guys, announcers will call this his major league debut, but you know, I've seen it so many times on ESPN. You know, spring training is his first major league hit. No. it's it's spring training. It's not an official at-bat. So we'll see how he does. Strikeout, you guys saw, and then Bregman comes back up, gets a double off the wall to set up a runner in scoring position now. So we can at least take a lead here, which would be nice, as Felipe Gutierrez comes back up with 2 outs, and he's going to send a lazy little Texas Leaguer fly ball out there, and Rougned Odor makes the play. So inning is over. We're making a change here. Matt Moore pitched 3 innings. We're going with Marco Guzman. Get him involved. 5'11", 211 pounds, 22 years old. So he's a very, very young pitcher, but kind of small for a starting pitcher. But he's probably not going to be a guy that is overpowering. He's probably going to be a guy that is going to fool you on the off-speed type of pitches, as we see one here. He fields his position very well. You guys can see that. Linder cannot get the throw off to first base, though, to get the double play, but good job there by Guzman. We got 1 down here, still runner on first, looking for a double play. But look at this by McCann. It's spring training for him too, guys. Really, really bad throw out there to second base to try to nab the runner stealing. So now we've got a runner on third, and then this single by Correa is going to bring that runner into home. So Guzman, he's going to be charged with the run, but that run pretty much happened because James McCann could not make that throw. But he gets redemption here as Cicchini is going to apply the tag. So good job there. I think that was Cicchini or that was Linder. I'd have to look here. Yeah, it looks like it was Cicchini. Yep. Okay, good job, Cicchini. He's got a good glove out there at shortstop, so I think a little bit better than Eduardo Nunez, but good job clearing the base paths here, trying to get the strikeout, and then Guzman does so he fools Rougned and gives a little look back at the camera. I gotta love it. Lance McCullers is going to come on and be in relief of Julio Teheran. Still 1-0. We are in the bottom of the 4th inning, and then Yasiel Puig comes up, gets this single, nice little base hit. Good job to lead us off. Welcome a new pitcher by lacing a line drive right past his face. We love it. And then Grichuk goes deep. Is it going to get to the corner? It is. It's going to be off the wall, but Puig doesn't run. And it's too late because Justin Upton is able to throw him out. I mean, Puig is... Where's the awareness, bud? So Barack Steen, Pablo Sanchez. You guys will remember that we renamed him to Pablo Sanchez because of Tommy Walker, a subscriber. Yes, I'm throwing you out there. But Pablo Sanchez, the greatest backyard baseball player, has finally grown up. He was drafted by the Detroit Tigers. I should have mentioned that was the storyline for him in his first at-bat. But he's down 0-2, and he's got a little check swing here. He did not go. Thank the Lord. Thank God, because we're trying to get him going, man. He needs a base hit for his confidence. This is not good for a 18-year-old to come here and try to prove himself in the big leagues against one of the best pitchers in the game, Lance McCullers, and he toyed with him the whole time. I don't think he threw him a strike at all. Everything was off the plate, and he chased. Michael Taylor coming on up is going to get this single. He does this a lot, guys. He fists a lot of balls that are inside right to... I mean, he's just so late on everything that he just takes it the other way. Like, look at this. He fisted that the other way. Like, he should play cricket instead of baseball. Alex Linder comes on up, and he's going to send a ground ball out there to Eduardo Escobar, who is a former Twin. And the inning is over. So Tigers threaten, but the inning's over. Evan Gattis comes on up, and he's going to strike out on a Marco Guzman slider or change, a little off speed, and then he blows the fastball right by Justin Upton. So strike 3, see you later. That's 2 strikeouts already in this inning in the 5th, and then a rookie spring training invite for the Astros is also going to strike out on a low strike, and then he gives a little look to the camera again. So I like Guzman's I like his gamer mentality. I think he's going to be a good pro for us someday. We'll have to just see how he does and keeps this rolling for spring training to get him on the major league roster. But James McCann sends a double out there. Upton tried to play that make a little jump dive type of catch, and he was just unable to do so. Cicchini comes up, sends a fly ball to right, and McCann will tag up, so he's going to get to third. 0-2 count on Bregman, and he's going to send a ground ball to Correa, and Correa is just going to take the easy out. Now 2 outs in the inning, but the run does score, so an RBI is credited to Bregman. 1-1 game. Guzman still out there, and then strike 3 on the switch hitting power hitter Danny Espinosa. So Guzman's got a couple strikeouts here. He's definitely, I think he's got about five strikeouts so far and only 3 innings pitched. So we're going to go with Bobby Borders to finish off this inning and possibly into the 8th. I do like getting those bullpen guys and those back end pitchers some innings, some experience. As we see, Cicchini gets this line drive out, and then Linder takes a hot shot ground ball and fields it pretty nicely. So good job by the Tigers. Good job by the bullpen. Good job by Borders picking up where Guzman left off. And then good job on the defensive side, too. Speaking of defensive plays here, look at Eduardo Escobar with the dive to the left, stop, pivot, and throw. Like, that's money right there. We might have to target Eduardo Escobar because, you know, he's pretty young. I do like what he did for the Twins in real life in 2017. I'll have to check out how he's done in this franchise, in this series, because I know that he does offer some positional eligibility everywhere else on the field, and I do like those kind of guys, those utility guys. So Vernon Geary comes out into the 8th inning, and he's going to get this strikeout. So he didn't have too good of a game against Baltimore, but I wanted to put him into a situation where he could at least get 1 out, really lower that ERA just a little bit, just get the confidence going a little bit again, and just really get back on the right track. So Robbie Esposito comes out with being a pinch hitter here. Alex Bregman was supposed to be the scheduled hitter, but I do want to get some instant offense here because it's starting to get later in the game, and I don't want to be really messing around here with our bullpen in extra innings. So Robbie Esposito, come on, man. 0-2 count, none down, and he's going to come through with a double, a line drive shot in right field, center field gap, and he's going to be in there standing up. So great job, Robbie. Good job, man. Like it. Love it. Now, we need more of it. Felipe Gutierrez, come on, man. This is a perfect situation for you in your rookie season. Potentially prove to us that you belong at the major league level. First at bat, sent a single to the right side, and then this at bat, he's going to take a low fastball to the same spot, except it's going to go a little bit deeper to the wall. He's going to run in there to second base standing up. So that's an RBI double, back-to-back doubles for the Tigers. And now we are up 2-1. So Randal Grichuk with 1 down, 0-2 count, and he's going to get in on the hit parade. And Gutierrez is rounding third and headed for home, but he's going to stop. He's going to pull it up a little bit because that throw from Upton came in, and it came in pretty hot, so it was a really good throw. Runners on the corners now. Pablo Sanchez, you're 0 for 3 on the game thus far, and he's going to take this pitch, off-speed pitch, sat back on it nicely, and got that base hit. So it's now going to be 3-1 Tigers with runners on first and second now. So Sanchez comes through, Esposito comes through, Felipe Gutierrez comes through. These young Tigers, guys, these young Tigers are earning their stripes for sure. Michael Taylor now, 0-2 count, and he's going to do what he did earlier in the game, and he's going to fist this inside pitch to the right field line there, and he's going to slide in with a double. That kind of caught me off guard. I forgot that happened. He actually rounded first, headed for second, and Odor couldn't get the throw off to second base. So it's going to be bases loaded with Harper Ham, and Correa dives for this pitch, and he cannot not the pitch, sorry. He dove for the ball. A lot of action going on right now. Dove for the ball up the middle, could not make the play. Tigers up 5-1, guys. 5-1. Kyle Ryan comes on out, and he's going to lift this fly ball to left field. Grichuk makes this play. Like to see Kyle Ryan get some innings as well. I do want to see what he's got. He's been kind of in our system for a little while, so I want to see what he's made of. But gets those 2 outs. 2 batters faced, 2 outs, and then we get Larry Traylor, our Rule 5 draft pick. He did give up this guy on first to a base hit, and then this ball to Esposito at third base. Tigers win, guys. Really good overall team effort. I say it every time the Tigers seem to pull out these wins here. I understand baseball is a team game, but the guys came through. So I'm really happy about the Tigers spring training, and we'll see you in just a second. Talk about the box score. All right, guys, so pretty good W. Felipe Gutierrez really stepped up 2 for 4 on the game with an RBI. That pinch hit for Esposito, we pinch hit Bregman for him, and then came through with that hit, that double to the center field wall. And then Gutierrez stepped up and delivered that 2-1 RBI. So he really started that inning. So those 2 young guys, Esposito and Gutierrez, and then Pablo Sanchez obviously came through late in the game to get this thing to be 5-1. So Sanchez, I mean, that's telling. That's really telling. He struck out twice. He reached on an error. To come back like that and deliver when your team needed you to, and he did. So that's a really good sign for him. Linder 0 for 3. Wish I could have done a little bit better with him, but I like the direction, the young guys that are coming up. But I think we have a really, really solid team again this season. I know it's spring training and I know it's early, but how about the pitching staff, guys? How about the pitching? We've talked a lot about the hitting, but Marco Guzman, 5 strikeouts in 2 1/3. He did give up that run, the first run of the game, the entire game, really, for Houston to have that lead. But, the Tigers came back, and that's the mojo. That's what they do. But Marco Guzman showed a lot of resiliency and talent. I love that slider that he's got, that fastball sitting around 94 to 95. Bobby Borders had a pretty good outing as well for 2 1/3. So he had long sustained success. And then Vernon Geary, there's something going on with Geary. I'm not sure what it is, but he did get that strikeout to get him out of the inning, but he's getting hit kind of hard. You can see his ERA there, 20.2 or 20 1/4 from a game ago. But I just wanted to get him in. I wanted to get Traylor in as well to try to get those guys a little confidence back a little bit. And then Kyle Ryan had it's okay. It's okay. A lot of the pitches he did throw were hit. So he didn't throw a whole lot. I think he only had maybe 5 pitches, and then every pitch was either fouled off or hit hard. So that's the scoop on the Tigers. I want to go to at least this Washington game. So let's simulate through and let's get to this Washington game, and then we'll see how we're doing with stats. So we're 8-7 right now. I want to see how everybody's performing. Let's go with Sanchez. So he's hitting 250. So he's got 3 ribbies, 16 at bats. It's not too bad. Esposito 286. Valbuena's on fire, guys. 6 home runs and 15 RBIs, 514 batting average. He feels the heat right now with Esposito and Sanchez, the 2 young guns coming up behind him. But 6 home runs, guys, and 35 at bats. That's crazy. That's a crazy pace. 372 for Rutledge. Linder still 0 batting average, only 4 at bats, so he's only played once since we simulated, or since we played. 294 though for Felipe Gutierrez. He's not having too bad of a season either for spring training. So a lot of our guys are playing pretty well. Bregman's still struggling with the bat, 196. Nunez 310. Cecchini still struggling, 12 at bats, 083.
Machado's only gotten 2 at-bats. Grichuk 214. That's not good, but Profar's having a good spring. 462. We like that. Taylor, not so good. Manuel Margot, not so good. I want to get Alberto Guzman some time. He's only got 1 at-bat, and we're halfway through spring training. 357 for Puig, 286 for JD. Yeah. Fulmer brought it back after that bad first outing. 0.94 whip. Matt Moore, 0.6. We like that. We like to see sub-1 whips. Sub-1 whips are like elite level here. De Leon, not, 9.72. Norris, 7. Tyler Chatwood, pitching well. Marco Guzman, pitching really well, too. Only 3 innings, though, logged. But, yeah, our guys aren't doing too bad. Across the board. Geary's still struggling. But he's since kind of brought it down. Yeah, so I like where we're at, guys. I really do. I really feel comfortable with this team heading into 2019 regular season. So we'll show this game next episode, and then I'll actually just sim through the entire spring training, and then we'll get ready for opening day for 2019. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Leave a like if you like the fact that the Tigers are ready for the future. The young guys will be backups this season, and we'll try to work them in. And if you're excited about the season too, leave a like. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that little red button or my logo for a little subscribe. If you like it, love it, and you want more of it, that's what you got to do. So I will see you guys in the next Detroit Tigers franchise video in the next couple days, because I do want to get these expedited and going very quickly. So I'll see you guys then. And as always, peace.